Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Tom, and welcome back to my video log on. Today, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of practical parenting as well as some general philosophical discourse about a question that was posed to me about why do we hold on to past hurt so long? And so, part of the parenting aspect of this is that our childhood actually acts as the stepping board that we build our foundation for our own parenting journey. And so each one of us as children, we end up having positive and negative experiences as it relates with our parents, especially when it comes to the way that we perceive how things should have been versus the way things were. And so this is really a paradox that works throughout our life. And this is how the parenting aspect gets involved in the philosophical aspect of this program. And so when we begin to work the paradox, as we were growing up as children, we developed a mindset of this is what I want. This is how I want things to be. But unfortunately, no one person can ever fit the capacity of all of another person's wants. Instead, we have to focus on what the true needs are for each individual. And those needs become more complicated by the fact that we as individuals, parents in general, also have our own needs that we have to have met. And so you can't live fully for the life of another person. It's a small and delicate balance that occurs with an ebb and a flow that moves along with it, that allows us really to raise the generation around the values that we find dear. And so, why do we hold on to past hurt so much? Well, from a parenting perspective, when we hold on to past hurts, it really is one of those areas that we work throughout our psychology in order to not repeat the same mistakes that are present. Now, this is how history is extremely important in our general ontological quest to realize ourselves. You'll see my Great Dane Spot. He's coming to visit the birds. So we're having a home day, aren't we, Spot? And so when we begin the process of really exploring the life that we want and the life we want to create, we begin to recollect past hurts. We begin to take a look at things that we found are going right in our life. And we try to repeat those as parents with our children. What were the things that you enjoyed as a child? What kind of things? What kind of things did brought you joy in the parenting experience that you received? What things motivated you to succeed, to push forward, to overcome any forms of fear that you may have? Looks like my son is actually joining online. Hi, Tommy. Good to see you. Good to have you here. So today I'm talking about why we hold on to past hurt so much, as from a psychological and philosophical perspective. And so what happens as parents is we begin, I think Spot sees you too. We begin to hold on to these things as a means to tell us what to do and what not to do within our own parenting experience. And so, from the parenting perspective, holding on to hurt actually creates an ideal from which the things that we have received, we don't tend to repeat moving forward. Now, from a philosophical perspective, this is a little bit different. The holding on to hurt actually is a double-edged sword. In essence, what happens when we hold on to hurt, it becomes the symptoms that are exhibited at an emotional level. And so when we hold on to past hurts, instead of learning the lessons that are inherent within their knowledge, we tend to symptomatize this. And this comes out in the form of anxiety or the forms of depression or the forms of adverse emotional responses that may be there that really don't allow us to live fully conducive to the life that we want to lead. Secondarily, there's a positive aspect to this ideal of holding on hurt because really what the psychological process behind it is we tend to take this almost like the marble that Michelangelo began to form the David from. We begin to chip away at it slowly but surely. And it's this process that really builds the complexity and the nature of our life moving forward. It's the foundation of the story that we bring out and really begin to engage at a psychological level to grow and to realize the person in the life we want to be and obtain. And so part of the reason we hold on to past hurt is really so we could recycle through it. Recycle. We go through it. And through this process of recycling, we evolve into new and ever complex things. But it's really a simple mode of being that allows us to take the lessons present in any life story, go through it, see the ashes that were created from it, sift through them, and then begin to pull out the glowing embers within so we could reignite that flame and that passion within our life. And so today's topic for practical parenting, as well as the philosopher's corner, was why do we hold on to past hurt? And I answered a few different general aspects of holding on to past hurt, but I welcome any questions that come along. And as you begin to go through these, I hope it brings you a sense of questioning, that you can begin to look at things that you may be holding on to that you want to work through in order to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. So until the next time we see each other, probably tomorrow morning, I wish you well. I wish you safe journeys, prayers, blessings, and I hope you advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. Thank you for joining. Bye.